Yo, what is good, y'all? It's your boy RCA the Great back with another video, and I am excited to bring this one to you guys. This is going to be my brand new No Time, No Money Spent series. This is geared towards those players that may only be able to play on the weekend for a couple hours, but are definitely still no money spent. I'm going to be trying to show you guys ways to build up your team quickly, buying some budget players that are very good to use in unlimited or online games, but also how to grind rewards, grind MT, and things of that nature. I also stream this series live on the weekends moving forward, so be sure to check me out on Twitch at RCA the Great. But let's get into it. Like, if you're starting this mode off, just now picked up the game, I want to show you how to start from the beginning, and we're going to move on and advance just like I do in my playbook videos. We're going to get more advanced with the tips and stuff like that. But right away, you're going to be looking to get your booster pack. You got to start it with some cards that are literally pretty much unusable at this point of the game. All these cards in February, you're not going to be using these guys at all. So you're going to be looking to sell some of these badges, some of these cards, some of these shoes that you're going to get just to make sure you have enough MT to move forward. We've started a brand new account and we named it Everyday RCA. You can follow my Twitter, Everyday RCA as well. That's what I named it after. And then right away, as you can see, we're looking at our collection, because you need 30 cards in order to open the auction house. So we're trying to get into the auction house, which is going to enable us to buy some more players to make our team better. We're going to open up this free agent Kevin Durant card, which maybe not be the best, but he's going to be one of your best cards to use to start off. So we're going to be looking to use him in triple threat offline, which is going to give us more rewards and boost our card count up to get us into the auction house. Not only that, but it's going to allow us to make tokens and MT. So we load up into the triple threat offline game using that Kevin Durant free agent, and he helps us win the game because everybody else on our team is literally horrible. But since Kevin Durant can score pretty easily, we utilize him. We score 21 against the CPU, and at the end of the game, not only do we get some MT, playing triple threat offline gives you other rewards like free agent packs, tokens, and MT that's going to help you boost up your XP level, which also gives you more tokens, packs, and cards and things like that. So we're able to get to the first level of the Ascension board after our first triple threat game, which gave us more tokens, helped us out with some more shoe packs that we can sell, and gave us a little bit more MT, which all these things are vital to help you starting off in this game. You want to build as much MT as possible. You want to build as many contracts as possible. You want to have as many shoes and badges and things like that to sell. So we started opening up all the packs that we were able to get, which helped to increase our pack level, or our card level even more, and give us even more things to sell in the auction house, with the main goal being how are we going to make our team better to be able to play some more of the online modes, which are also one of the best ways to make MT. I really preach to play a lot of triple threat online if you can, because it has a lot of good rewards. You can also play domination and things like that, but since this is really the kind of guys for that have no time, you might not want to grind the full domination. Things like locker codes are also going to help you get free cards. Challenges are going to be great too, but challenges are going to take a lot of your time. If you're only going to be playing on the weekends, you might not want to play all the challenges. So we're going to be focused on triple threat offline, triple threat online, and then some MyTeam unlimited if you do want to play some competitive 5v5. So heading over to the token market, this is where you're going to use your tokens, and you'll be able to get all the rewards from the token market to make your team a little bit better. And these were the cards we're going to start off in triple threat online with. So I just selected two shooters. I got JJ Redick and Klay Thompson that I can add to the team quickly. They're not going to be there for the long haul, but just to get us into some triple threat online games, and they'll be able to make open shots. Then we headed over to our collection so that we can sell all the shoes and all the badges and things in there. Now I quick sold these because I already checked their prices in the market, but you really want to go check the prices for each thing in the market to make sure you can be getting more MT for them. If you can get more MT for it, you don't want to quick sell it. So things like these badges, I went over to search for them in the auction house just to make sure how much they were going for. Then I'm going to send it to my auctions. We're going to auction these off for more than what they quick sell for. You don't want to be quick selling everything. Now, post move lockdown or post lockdown, we sold for about 700 MT or 800 MT, and then box, I think we sold for 700 MT. So although that does not seem like a lot, it's going to build up over time. We also went through all of our players, and anybody that we weren't going to be immediately using, we are selling these, because as a new Myteam player or somebody with not a lot of time, you're not looking to collect every single card in the game right away. You definitely do want to build your team up to be able to compete a little bit against the CPU and compete against user players, and then you're going to focus on your collection. So the first thing we did is went to look at some of the Ruby cards, because Ruby is usually the happy medium between they can play competitively, but they're also cheap. And one of the best cards out right now at the small forward, power forward position was Kyle Anderson, because he's pretty good on defense, he's good on offense, he can rebound the ball, he can pass the ball, he can do everything we need. And we needed somebody on our team that was like a jack of all trades to start us off. So we got Kyle Anderson for 2,000 MT. And what I'm doing here is looking through to make sure I'm picking the one that has enough contracts on him. You don't want to buy one that has 0 contracts unless he's incredibly cheap, because contracts cost MT. So we're looking for a Kyle Anderson that has 5 or maybe more contracts on him to give us some games that are going to make us MT without us having to use our contracts first. So we're picking up this Kyle Anderson, and he's going to be one of the main workhorses for our team. So we picked up Kyle Anderson for 2,000 MT, which was not bad at all, using our little starter MT that we had from playing triple threat offline. And now we have a team of 3 players, 2 that can shoot, and then Kyle Anderson who can rebound, play defense, and do everything else on the court for us. And we really utilized his speed and passing ability. Trey Burke wide open for 3 against our first user opponent. As you can see, Kyle Anderson again with the rebound, kicking it out to Trey Burke, and we're getting open 3s every single time down the court, allowing us to be able to beat our opponent, really utilizing our main player to attack, our main Ruby. Our opponent ends up quitting the game, and we start building up our MT even more. So you get MT for winning the game, plus you get more MT from the ball drops. The more games you win in triple threat, the more balls you're able to drop, and you're able to hit that spin wheel, you're able to get tokens, you're able to drop into different zones that give you MT, and this is going to build your MT up more and more. Triple Threat Online is going to be one of my favorite modes to play for quick MT. Now things like Domination and stuff are cool too, but Domination is going to take you about 30 minutes a piece. If you're somebody that doesn't have much time, I would not recommend playing a lot of Domination. If you have more time, you definitely want to grind Domination to get some better cards and more MT. Again, you get to the Ascension board, you're going to be picking out cards that are going to help you out. You're going to be getting different badge packs that you can use to sell. You don't want to be using a lot of these badges on your cards right away. You don't want to be putting these badges on budget players. We're selling these badges, and I will teach you guys how to look through the auction house to search for cards that already have badges on them. So now moving on to finally being able to get to the auction house to pick up some players that we want for our team. So I know some of the best rubies out in the game right now are Mo Bamba, Isak Bonga, Kyle Anderson. So I'm looking to grab those guys. If they're going to be too expensive right away, I'm probably not going to buy them. So anybody over like 3K MT, 4K MT, I'm not going to buy right away. But I am looking for somebody 2,000 MT or less, 1,000 MT or less. That is also good. To find out if a card is good or not, you got to understand the badges and the stats that they have, plus the animations. You can check 2KDB. Make sure you're watching a lot of different guys on Twitch. Follow some people's Twitter, and we'll post a lot of cards on who's good and who's able to be used or not. You can DM me if you have a suggestion for different cards and stuff. But mostly, you want to use some of the newer cards that come out, because some of the newer cards that come out, the newer rubies, the newer amethyst cards are going to be a lot better than some of the old, even diamonds or pink diamonds that are out in the game. So we ended up getting a Jarrett Jack, who's a great Evo card for 1,300. So he's able to not only score and do everything for us in Triple Threat Online, but he evos up to an amethyst that makes him even better once you get his evo requirements filled out. So once he scores all the points, gets all the assists and stuff that he needs, he's gonna evo up to an even better player, and you only paid 1,300 MT for him, which is the key. You wanna keep your MT expenses low so that you can build up more MT as you play. The more MT you have going out, the less you're gonna have in the long run. So we're on the road to try to build up 100K MT. So we're selling everything that we have. And this is gonna be in a span of like an hour that this all happened. We streamed for like 2 or 3 hours each day, a total of like 6 hours. So that's like a good weekend of somebody playing online. And we were able to make a pretty good amount of MT by the end of this video, and we were able to do a pretty good job in Unlimited. But again, I would not be keeping a lot of these badges or players around. You're going to be sending these guys to the auction house, checking how much they go for, and trying to auction them off so that you can redeem them later on. As you can see, some things are selling and it's boosting our MT up. Then we're heading back out to Triple Threat Offline and Triple Threat Online to build up more MT, to build up more tokens, and to get more reward to be able to sell. So as you can see, every time you play Triple Threat Offline, you're rewarded MT for after the game ends, but then the vault also opens to give you either MT, tokens, or a good reward like PD Terry the Shinger that's in there, but he's going to be hard pressed for you to get unless you play a ton of games. So now we're here playing a Triple Threat Online again. Jared Jack is adding a ton of spark to our team, letting us hit a bunch of open threes against Paint Diamond Russell Westbrook and Paint Diamond Terry the Shinger. So we're playing against great teams, and we're still able to win games. I went over the full way of my strategy of playing Triple Threat Online against better teams in my Twitch. Make sure you go check out the Twitch, the full stream, if you want the full in-depth breakdown of how I play against certain players in Triple Threat Online to ensure I get the W when I have a weaker team. So right here we go to pick up our Isak Bonga, who's one of the best point guards in the game, standing at 6'6". He's going to be able to play interior defense. He's going to be able to shoot the ball. He's going to be able to drive the ball. And now we're starting to build a little base for our team. But I noticed that I do want to start in shooting guard that is at least a Ruby. So of course we got to play some more Triple Threat Online. We got to play some more Triple Threat Offline, get some wins so that we can build up our MT again. You're going to hear me say that again. Play Triple Threat Offline, play Triple Threat Online. It's one of the best ways to build your MT up. Once we head to the board again, now we have the ability to get a diamond consumable because we're winning more games. The higher you get up the board, the more games you win, the better rewards you get. And eventually you might be able to get a Paint Diamond player or somebody that's going to make your team way better. But everything we get from the Triple Threat Online board, we are going to be selling, trying to make the MT. We get some MT, and now we go ahead and buy our starting shooting guard that we're going to use for the first couple games. We pick up Brian Russell, and we're able to bid for him and get him for 1,600 MT and actually make some back after the transaction because the bid was lower than ours. So we pick up Brian Russell, and he's great for our team because he has gold deep threes, meaning he can shoot deep threes from further. He also has gold clamps, so he plays very good defense. So we're going to move him to our starting shooting guard position to start off. So now we have a starting lineup of 5 Rubies, which is better than the team we started with, and we did this within a span of like 40 minutes on stream. So within 40 minutes we had a full team that we could actually head in to our first MyTeam Unlimited game in if we felt like it. But I had my eye on the prize. I really wanted to get this Ruby Kobe Bryant, who's one of the better shooting guards in this game, but he was way too expensive out of my league. So we headed right back to Triple Threat Online. And in the process, we ended up getting one of the best rewards that you could actually get at this stage of the game, which was Paint Diamond Terry Cummins. Now, he's not the greatest center in the game, but for a budget team, he's definitely usable, and he's a great reward to be able to get. So make sure you look out for the Triple Threat Online boards because there will be things like this that you can get on there. And later on in the video, I will show you a way to save your ball drop so that you have a better chance at this guy popping up even more when you get to the top reward. So stay tuned for that, and I'll show you how to do that later on when we're actually able to secure Jack Marin. So we ended up picking this Kobe Bryant up to have him start for us at shooting guard, and then we're going to actually end up bringing Brian Russell off the bench later on in the year. So we have Isak Bonga, Kobe Bryant, Brian Russell, Kyle Anderson, and Mo Bamba as our starters. And our bench is fairly decent. We have Jared Jack coming off the bench at point guard. And now we were ready to get into our first unlimited game because I felt like my starters would be able to run my opponent out of the gym quick enough to possibly get some quits and enable us to start on the road to Kevin McHale, which we did want to do so that we could have Kevin McHale ready for our next season. Now, somebody that doesn't have any time is not going to be able to get Kevin McHale as quickly as I would be able to do it like this couple weeks. But if you're just starting off, you have a whole month to get the Galaxy Opal reward, and you start this kind of series or start this kind of team. Every weekend you play, like 4 weekends out of the month, you can be able to play enough games to get Kevin McHale if you have a good enough game to do so. But like I said, This Kyle Anderson was pretty incredible for this team. He did a lot offensively and defensively. That's exactly why he was our first pickup. So we were able to play great defense against a lot of our opponents, get a ton of steals, and Kobe Bean Bryant, you know, like I said, I needed to have him on our team because he was going to add a huge spark. We're getting tons of steals, tons of fast break baskets, and we are able to eventually get the quit from our opponent because we were just all over the place causing havoc offensively and defensively, using all rubies against guys that are running pink diamond Lonzo Ball. They have Kevin Durant out there. These guys have pink diamond cards out on the court, but we strategically chose our players based on who is good for this time of the game, and we get our first quit. So we start off 1-0 on the budget, the no time spent account that we created literally 45 minutes ago when this stream started. And in the process, we were able to move towards evolving our players like Jarrett Jack and Brian Russell and even Kyle Anderson to be the better player they could be. And then the next day was Valentine's Day. We got a nice locker code from 2K, giving us a free pink diamond Kevin Love, which was amazing. And of course, we added him to our team. So make sure you guys are looking out for locker codes. There's a locker code app that you can use for your iPhone or Android, and it keeps you updated on all the newest locker codes for free content from 2K. That's going to help you build your team even more. But yeah, this Kevin Love was not bad at all. Pretty decent stats, a great 3-ball, and he had some great Hall of Fame badges, catch and shoot, corner specialist, and he had Hall of Fame rebound chases, which is great. And the biggest thing is he has Hall of Fame deep threes, so he can shoot the ball from deep. But once again, we head right back into Triple Threat Online to start to build up our team more, and this is where it got even more juicy. We were able to get pink diamond Jack Marin on our Triple Threat board, and right away we wanted to make sure we saved him there on our board so that we can see him again if he pops up, because he is very rare, but he is a great player. So what we did, we went over and we closed the app once he popped up on board 4. Right after that, we loaded back into the game, played another game. Once we win that game, he pops up again when we have 5 ball drops, and we close the app again. Repeat the process. Play your last game on the board. If you win that game, you get another 5 balls. So now you have the 5 from now, the 5 from before that, so that's 10, and then the 4 from the first game. So that's 14 ball drops that I had to get a chance to get this Jack Marin. And I think I was able to get him on the 7th ball drop. We secured him. Now, if I only used the first 4, I would have missed them. So it's good to be able to save those ball drops up. Shout out to Denver Struck, who I got that tip from. But we are able to get pink diamond Jack Marin to add to this team. And this has been absolutely huge for the no time spent team. We have 3 pink diamonds now in our team in a matter of 5 hours of gameplay. And all of them were free. We didn't have to pay for any of these. We didn't have to use any VC. And one of them, which is Jack Marin, is very, very good. So of course, we ended up adding Jack Marin to the team. And once we sold a couple other things, we also added Michael Porter Jr. to the squad. Amethyst Michael Porter Jr. is now on our team. And another tip I wanted to give you guys, do not badge these guys up. I bought Amethyst Michael Porter Jr. for 3K MT, and then I found one with gold clamps on him for 4K MT. Gold clamps goes for like 30K MT if you're trying to put it on your player. So I saved a ton of MT by just buying a Michael Porter Jr. that already had the badges on him. I'm not going to put my own badges on him because the badges are going to be worth more for me with MT. So now we have a great starting lineup with Jack Marin at the shooting guard position, Mike Porter Jr. at small forward, and then we went and got ourselves a backup power forward, Brian Scalabrine, who's a great backup power forward option. He has Hall of Fame range as well. And now look at our team filled out. This literally took 2 different streams, probably 4.5 or 5 hours of gameplay, and we have a team that can compete with almost any team in the game at the budget level. And honestly, if you have the right strategy and skill, this team can compete against a lot of top tier teams of Pink Diamond and Galaxy Opal cards. I've run up against teams full of Pink Diamond and Galaxy Opals already, and we haven't had any trouble securing the W. We have pretty active defense that have a lot of length on the court, and we have players that can all shoot the ball pretty well. So we are forcing tons of quits, and we're able to move through the different tiers, securing these boxes that give us more cards that we are able to sell. So we're again selling everything that come out of these boxes. Every time we get one of these boxes, we are selling the cards. So fast forward a little bit, and we are now 26-1 with our squad, with one loss coming from a loss that we got from our opponent quitting. But this squad has been beautiful to play with. We're able to get tons of stuff done on and off the court with little time, utilizing our MT properly, selling things properly. If you like this kind of series, if you are going to enjoy this kind of thing, make sure you guys drop a like, smack that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. There's going to be more coming. Once again, I will be streaming this coming weekend. We're possibly going to be looking to add some new players for cheap MT. We're going to be looking to make more MT. Check me out on Twitch, RCA the Great. Leave a comment. follow me on Twitter, Everyday RCA. And once again, I appreciate you guys as always. I will catch you in the next video. Peace.